original crooked feather was done by an Austrian named Peter Toth. Peter Toth had fled persecution from Austria. He loved the United States. He vowed he would do one Indian per state. The only problem with that, he only finished 37. Now that one was redone by another local artist. That's old crooked feather. Of course, we have our share of Indians down here. You had the Balachi Indians, which is Biloxi. You had the Pascagoula's. You had the Bayview Gourmet. So we did have a lot of Native Americans down here. Look at this with the flowers. That's one of our little farmers markets. You'll be able to walk over here later on if you'd like to once we drop you off.
Usually, after they were finished, about half the Board of Aldermen were not pleased. They thought it was too busy, and they didn't really like it, and they wanted to whitewash over it. Now, we are, for all sorts of reasons, glad they did. One, aesthetically, this is probably the largest, collection of his artwork, and he considered himself a muralist. Also, recently the city appraised it for insurance purposes.
Recording studio upstairs. The culinary arts, we have a state-of-the-art cafe through which we offer cooking classes. Pottery studio, in short, we gather all the different arts together in offerings of classes and events to the community. So, in our limited time together, I'll give you a brief sampler, as it were. The building was built in 1927. It's the original school building for the town of Ocean Springs and housed grades 1 through 12. And the town grew up around it and eventually outgrew the building. And so 1 through 12 became junior high and high school, and just high school in the last class, graduating as late as 1964. Then the building fell into disrepair and was rescued from the wrecking ball in 1999 by a group of citizens who wanted to see it become a cultural center. It was named for Miss Mary Cahill O'Keefe, who was the first woman's public school superintendent in Mississippi in the 1930s.
Back from 1898, and the filing system from that period. The old Gazette newspaper is 1855, and if you have a chance to read some of that, it's very interesting.
Jane Mansfield, but Elvis. Elvis was our most famous, and today we say Elvis lives in the building because not a day goes by that somebody doesn't not stop. They come in, they call, they write, and they tell us stories. He stayed here during the summers of 1951 through 1957. They'd rent rooms in the hotel, villas, which we used to have on the waterfront, couple homes around the golf course. And they did that so that nobody knew exactly where he was staying, but they'd bring the bodyguards, the band, the family, and they worked out of here. And he was quite popular because he already had Jailhouse Rock, blue suede shoes, and hound dogs.